Welcome back to the Artisan of Glimmith, where I'm working my way through these nice pools and waterfalls. All the puzzles so far have been low level because they're introducing new rules. Polyominoes and palisades. Okay. Well, that can't touch this. We know that. This one has a border here. It's got to have a border there to match that picture, which means those two sides are not borders. There is no rule about the size of the region this time, but this one has to be like that. Now this one puts a border here, and it takes that and that. Now that marks it as having to be that shape. This might just end right there. It could do that. I don't know. This, if it took that, these two would be isolated and that would be fine on this puzzle. Or it could come out here. It can't come out here because this one has a border there, so it gets a border here. Then this one gets a border here. So if this one came out here, there'd be a border there, and we can't do that. So these cannot have borders to their sides. Now, this one, it could be a border there and a border there, or a border here and a border here. This has to be that shape, and it can't do that by going up there. And this one is a 2x2. Now I have a border on this one, which gets a border there. Let's go in here. Palisades. This goes both ways. That, Okay, there's no border here, because that one says there's a border here and one of the two sides of it. Now, since there's no border here, there is no border there. And there is a border here and here, which means there's a border here, but not there or there. Now with this one, if there's no border here, there must be a border here, and there is a border either there or there. If there was no border here, this would be one shape on both sides of the border. So the border's there. That takes care of the borders for both of those. Now this cannot go down into this one, and this can't go down into this one. This one, however, takes that, and this takes that. Then there's a border there. No, that's wrong. This does not take that. This does that. Right. Let's go all the way up to the top. Yeah. Oh, rose windows again. Okay. Each region contains exactly one of each symbol. which means there are only 2 regions. That has to do that, which means there's a border there. It does that. Now there has to be a border there, which means this continues. There's a border here, so that continues. These borders continue here. This comes that way. I don't know about that space there. This one has to keep coming out. There will be a border there. And this can't go there, so it goes here. It's trying to get to one of these. Not having an easy time of it. Can't go there. Oh, it's being directed that way. Can't go that way. This is a corner, which means it's got that and that. So there. And that settles it because this has to be that region. So that takes that. And this one takes all the rest. A little harder. Palisade rose windows. Okay. That comes in there. That means it's got to do this. There are only 2 regions again. I'd like there. A dark one and a light one. That's good. Now that has to do that. It's got to do that. This region still needs to get to one of the squares, so it keeps going. Palisade says it does that. This one comes through here. Comes out here. The yellow region is going to have to come in here. Let me find a yellow to mark that. It's got to be a border there. So that comes in, that goes out. This comes around, does that. This one goes in there. That comes there. This one still has to keep going. Keep going. Keep going. This one has to take all that, and it's still looking for its square. Fill that, fill that. Now this one is going to have to take all that, and it can take that. This one has to come in here. It needs to fill in there, 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 and it needs that. Whoop! Yeah, that's fine. Okay. I changed the colors, but no matter. A 4 and a 3. Let's do this one up here first. Palisade, Gemini. Okay. Gemini, wow. That shape and that shape are the same. And these are indicating a lack of borders. Ah. Now, if this were that, then to match this, it would lose that, and it would do that. So that's broken. Well, it's that layout would be. These are correct. Some of them have to merge. If this one is also this one, no. That, no. Okay. What if this is part of this? Then it could be like that. That is not working. I don't think. Sudden increase in difficulty. This region is that region. Now, if we have this, if this cross is exactly that cross, then this shape, I don't think that would work. If that was exact, well, that. And then this is this 1 and 1, 3 and 3, then 3 and 3. Then I have 4 here, but only 3 here. And then I have probably 4 with 4, so this would not work. And then there's 2 there, which would be that. And that doesn't work. Because of that shape, that piece right there. Which is, that's... Huh. The border here is 2. If that shape is that, if that matches the yellow, but I have to add in that, then I have to add in that. And that doesn't work because this has to go with that. Wow. Um, finally got it. That one was a lot harder for me than it should have been. But those are the same shape. Okay, hanging off the back here. I don't know how long that will have taken once I edit it. Oh, hello. Restoration progress, 15 of 17. Yeah, I don't know how long that will have taken once I edit it down. I've been at this for 53 minutes, including the ones leading up to it. Which is much longer than I want these episodes to be. So that's gonna be the end of this episode. And I'll continue on in the next one. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.